Alright, so Bant Hero. We've got Hero of Precinct One with a bunch of multicolored stuff. We also have what I affectionately refer to as Splinter Twin in this format. Any deck you won't play for bits. I mean, not for the right amount of bits. There's some decks I won't play for 1,000 bits, but, you know, for lots of bits, no, I'll play anything. March of Multitudes plus Flourish is a good way to kind of 1-2 punch people, which is sweet. This deck does kind of have a lot of mana sources in it between 24 lands and Flower Flourish, but this deck has a ton of Krasis and March of the Multitudes to take advantage of potentially flooding out a little bit. We've also got a ton of really great multicolored spells to trigger Hero a bunch, so let's dive in and see how it goes, shall we? I like the core of what you put together here, extras. So, like, we've got Shalai to pair well with our token sub-theme as well to, like, be able to power things up when we hit 6 land. And we're probably going to hit 6 lands pretty consistently because we have so many mana sources, right? You know any Super Friends decks that are good now? None that I've played recently that I've really loved. We played Artifact Friends and it was okay. Nothing super impressive, but fine. Yeah, I forgot, Sir Sparkles. We'll play Kiki Chord tomorrow to celebrate. I've been all over the place. I ran late last night and like after like 12 hours, I forgot to check my calendar. There hasn't been a patch yet, Delta, so no, there's no patch notes. They post patch notes after the patch goes up. Shalai does not count as a multicolored spell. She is mono white. Well, I mean, this is technically a 2-lander, right? We have Temple Garden plus Flower Flourish. Wall of Roots Day. So, for those of you that are newer to Magic, Magic's older client, Magic Online, is 17 years old at this point. And Magic Online's older client, Magic Online, is notorious for long-standing bugs that never get fixed. So Wall of Roots is a card that was broken on Magic Online 3 years ago today in a patch update, and it's still broken today. So we're gonna play with the bugged card in a modern deck to celebrate it being broken for 3 years. That's an interesting question. Since I drew the second land, do I wait to play Flower after Hero? That's a possibility. I feel like, I think I prefer straight blue-green climb to bug climb. I don't feel like adding the third color really does something meaningful for the deck. Tap that one, please. No, we're not doing anything crazy. I've got over 100 decks in the deck queue. We're just gonna play Kiki Chord for a league. Okay. You can play it correctly, right? You just have to know about the bug. No, so the bug makes it so if your Wall of Roots has 1 toughness, it can't make 2 mana for a Chord of Calling, which makes it functionally different from paper. And just take this hit for 4 here. Instead of me telling you your idea is bad, tell me why it's good. Why do you think Wilderness Reclamation is good in this deck? What problem does this deck have that I would be solving by adding Wilderness Reclamation? Would love to attack for 4 in game 4. This curve's real good. The Angel decks are so great. I love curve and 4-drop Angel into Lyra. It's truly wonderful. Yeah, the fact that they keep putting it into the they put bugged cards into their cubes is like wild. Yeah, Finality is not great here for them because it keeps both my angels alive. How hard do you think it is to properly recode wall of roots? Well, to quote myself, never assume something is easy or difficult in a code base that you haven't seen. Why am I playing Spell Pierce in the main deck of the Climb deck? Because I think Spell Pierce is awesome in the format right now. It's super flexible. I think I just pass, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. And I'm gonna like, I don't think, they don't usually play counter spells in their main, so I'm just gonna like end step March for Infinite and then like untap and activate Shalai and kill them. Yeah, I agree. It's really weird that playing a pure Simic deck feels good, because usually Simic doesn't have flexible tools, but like, there's so many good modal cards in here that it's really, really quite strong color combination. How are they priced into Finality? Finality doesn't even kill my angels, right? You can find my preferred version of blue-green on my website, jeffhoagland.com. Click standard next to the top. Our sub, baby. True. Thanks for the 9-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think I just, like, hit this and then smash them, right? Actually, just do this, right? Another one on the way next month. Chill Shaders, thanks for the 8-month resub. I appreciate that. So we're shipping your Bezo bucks back this way again this month. I think I just activate Shalai here, right? Just like gain infinite. It adds 3 damage and makes me gain 6, 7 more. I think I just do that. Wonder if we'll see the Memorial pick the Krasis back up at this point. I added the Bezos emote this morning. We hit a new emote slot over the weekend, so added a new one. I think I'm gonna update some of the other emote slots that we have too. Some of them are old, and like the burning ticket for Moto emote's like one that we don't get used anymore, so I'm gonna replace that with something. Sure. Alright, so they get to keep 2 things. I like. Play. They're actually just dead, right? No, they're not quite. I get to play Vivien, shoot the Krasis, though, here. Actually, I probably just want to, like, Deputy kill the Krasis. And, like, play Emmara as well. I'm gonna put a note to restart the client after this, because we're probably gonna hit the audio bug soon at the 7-hour mark. Do I even want a sideboard here? What do I want to sideboard? I guess Disdainful Stroke's probably pretty good. Conclave Tribunal's not amazing in this matchup. Anything else? I think that's about it. I think the policy of modding people at 12 months sub badge will have to go. Why is that pimped up, Monk? More mods is great. If somebody ever abuses mod privileges, we'll just take it away from them and like undo the people they banned. It's really not that big of a deal. If somebody has a devious plan to give me $60 over the course of the year to like mess up moderating on my channel for like 20 minutes before we fix it, like it's really not that big of a deal. Well, I will accept their $60 over the course of a year. Hey, Cray6, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah, more mods equal faster timeout. Yeah, right? Like, if your life is so sad that, like, your long-term play is, like, send me $60 to, like, screw with moderating on my channel, like, more power to you. You probably need that small bit of happiness in your life that you're gonna derive from, like, messing with mods on my channel for 20 minutes before we fix it, that, like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I silent ban people when the stream is off. A burning dumpster emote. That could be okay. It seems like pretty reasonable, right? Curves like Hero into Emmara. I agree, Stinger. I agree that it's inefficient use of time and money. So the problem is a message deleted emote. Like, look at the Bezos emote and look at how kind of stretched the text is already with a 5-letter text. Like doing more than 5 letters across in the emote size, it becomes unreadable. So like to say message deleted, it would have to be like MSG DLT or something like that. More than 4 gets tight. 5 is like kind of readable. Game Nights is the channel. They're a YouTube channel that does a fantastic post-production work on Magic videos. Please, I am gonna be on all day tomorrow. The heat is working here. This is a good note for anybody in the Midwest. Make sure you change the filter. You replace the filter on your furnace. Good solid suggestion. We went and did that yesterday. You don't want your furnace working extra hard, but it's going to be working overtime. I'm gonna go ahead and offer this trade here, because I have 2 more of them, and she makes a token, and the next one makes another token. I think Divine Visitation tends to be a little bit too slow. Tim of the Tool Band noise. It's been forever since I've watched that show. That show's not on Netflix, right? I feel like I looked for that show on Netflix once upon a time and it doesn't exist there. TV shows that aren't on Netflix, do they even really exist, or were they just a fevered dream of my childhood? It's on Hulu? Oh, I have a Hulu subscription. Man, I know what I'm binge watching next. That sounds excellent. I should have attacked with my 1/1s last turn, right? Probably. Dunk, 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 dunk. It's a real shame we didn't draw a land this turn, because being able to Vivien would be so good here, because it would allow me to add to the board without playing into this stupid Finality. I think I need to use my mana this turn. I don't know, it definitely doesn't feel good. Maybe I should have cycled, I think maybe I should have cycled the Depose to try and hit the land for Vivien this turn. Yeah, I think we're heading towards the final countdown here. Nah, they're going up to their 6th land for the turn, so, like, doesn't really do much. The final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Come on. Remember we were talking about how many mana sources this deck has? It's like actual factual 28 mana sources. Yeah, we did it. We did it. What are the odds this gets counterspelled? 100%, 200%, 300%. Oh my gosh. I was not prepared for that to resolve. Their hand just like 3 more finalities? Like what could they possibly have? Just a bunch of Vraska's Contempts? I guess that makes sense too. They could have a Krasis they're saving for. We've not played Drakes in the new format, although we have a Terramander build around coming up soon that I'm probably going to just base off of the Drakes deck from the open. That looks like a good start. Who's a good little baby Krasis? Yes, you are. Who's a good little Krasis? Ooh, he's so cute. He's so cute. That's lazy. No, that's smart. Don't work harder, chat. Work smarter. Always build on the good hard work of people that came before you. Don't reinvent the wheel that's already rolling downhill. Hero sounds great. I need a hero. Holding on to Krasis to like get out of finality range. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. That's true. I don't know. Like Pierce and Mini Leak like just really aren't cards I'm interested in playing around in this matchup. They're like so unlikely to happen. I'd encourage you to read Flower Flourish if you think Flower Flourish is going to find you a basic island. You should pact for Vizier, yep. Sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just casual. Don't mind me. Whoop. This Krasis definitely needed some more value. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Put a bunch of good cards in our deck, chat. If they find a way out, chat, we get to rebuy our Krasis. If they somehow find a way out, we get a do-over. It's pretty sweet. How are we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping by my stream here today. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. If you're someone who enjoys best of 3 standard construction, this is definitely the stream for you. We do them here playing lots of different decks every single day. We change decks every 60 to 90 minutes, and all the decks that we play are viewer-submitted decks. So if you have an awesome deck that you would like to share with the stream at some point in the future, be sure to submit that using the form on my website. As always, a big shout out to my subscribers. I wouldn't be here to inundate without their wonderful support, so thanks for keeping me employed, folks. And past that, I'd like to shout out a number of my wonderful sponsors. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. They do Standard, Modern, and Legacy. And if you can't make it out to play in one of their tournaments, be sure to check them out at twitch.tv/NRG series for streaming coverage of their tournaments every single month. Neo provides wonderful candy-flavored protein bars using code HOGLUND at bit.ly/HugoBar. You can save 10% on your orders there with them. BCW Supplies would love to help you protect your very valuable Magic the Gathering cards. They do sleeves, deck boxes, binders, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories. And using code Jeff10, you can save 10% on your orders there with them. And of course, I'd like to end my spiel by saying, welcome to Hoaglandia, everyone. I know there's a lot of great places you could be spending your time on Twitch and the internet right now. And thanks for dropping by my slice of the internet here today. Remember, if you are enjoying the content and you're new, make sure you hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. Thanks for all the work and inspiration. Thanks for the 4 months in a row, Dazer. Really appreciate that. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks back this wagon this month. I know there's a lot of different places you can send that. Thanks for sending it here. All right, head on into our second match here with Bant Hero. Alright, so this hand has to go third because it just has a bunch of guild gates in it, but that's probably fine. I did restart the app. I restarted the app mid-spiel. Thank you. I do appreciate the reminders though, genuinely, because that is something I forget to do. But I was clever and did it mid-spiel. So I'm gonna grab a forest with this, which means I'm gonna put Glacial Fortress into play tapped, because this won't come into play untapped from the forest. I do what I can, Marty. I do what I can. Alright, so because I don't have anything else to do with my mana this turn, I'm just going to go ahead and march for 2, which ends up making 3 with Emmara, which is nice. Climb deck, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play Vivien and shoot their climb here, I think. Yep, this is the Bant Hero deck that got pushed in for 10k bits.
Let's tear that can't help you now.
How would you rank it? This standard format is the best format of Magic I've ever played, period. It edges out Innistrad RTR standard by a small margin, but I like this one better than that. This is the peak. Enjoy the peak.
Come to me.
All right, do I play the Krasis and draw some cards here, or do I play Lyra? Whatever I play first here is likely to get. I guess I could lead on Shalai, but I kind of want to be. Best standard format or best format overall format? Yes. Yes is the answer. I'm just going to go ahead and Krasis since I have 2 of them. I guess drawing Hero is kind of a reason to wait on Krasis because I can make a token with it. I think this format's probably a little bit better than any Hex format I've played, Marty. This format's got really good answer threat balance. Like, there aren't any exceptionally erroneous cards in this format like there were in a lot of Hex formats. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stack block this now. Because this gained trample. Zagana gives it trample. I guess the 4-4 trading with my 4-4 is a reason to play Lyra there. So maybe I should have just played Lyra that turn.
Balance comes.
What's a Hex format? Hex TCG is a now defunct digital card game that I used to play a bunch of. So I have 6 mana. I'm playing a 7th. What's going on, Nox? Hex. Nox knows all about Hex. Let's just... So that one's gonna go on as a dark piece of history. I think I do this. All right, so what do we want to jam in here? Is it just Settle the Wreckage? That's true, Waffle. I had fun with Hex while it lasted. That's definitely the case. Do I want Stroke? I guess Stroke, like, I probably don't mind Crushing Canopy, because, like, this kills Climb and it kills Krasis. Hex basically ran out of money, but their servers are still on, and they haven't told anyone that they're officially shutting down yet, but we all assume they're heading in that direction. There hasn't been any actual content updates in a long time. Maybe just get rid of Depose. Put 1 Stroke in. Actually, don't have that many things. I gotta leave one Depose deploy in. Let's try it like this. No, I don't think so, Suskind. The Gates deck felt pretty reasonable without trying to add, like, cards that are just cute in it. It's, like, not super aggressive, but, like, it has a Settle the Wreckage to, like, prevent us from dying quickly, so hopefully that's fine. I don't know what the best hero deck is. I definitely haven't played enough games to, like, have a good beat on that. I think Mono Blue's probably actually in a really good place. It lines up well against the Nexus decks, and it tends to be pretty good against control and mid-range. So if, like, you expect various Wild Growth Walker decks to be good in the format, Mono Blue's probably great. That's true. Heroic Reinforcements is incredibly good with Hero. There's a Mardu aggro deck that plays Hero and Reinforcements on my site. Alright, well, my 4-land keep has not gotten better. What's the best of one constructed deck? I have no idea. I don't really enjoy playing Magic as a best of one format, so I don't play it. Yikes. Wow, that's good. The toughest part about this is now they only have to attack with 1 creature into the Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, maybe I should have mulliganed this hand because it just didn't do enough early. We're not really a good control deck, right? Like, we're a mid-range aggro deck. I think they said the season end got pushed back till tomorrow, someone said. We don't have a black source in our deck to cast Finality. We're just playing Find Finality as a multicolored find. Oh, my sequencing is bad here. I should have waited for them to pump, obviously. I think the Gates deck is competitive right now. The Gates deck top 32 at the Open, and we spent like 2 hours playing it yesterday. It was very good while we played it. The 4-color Gates deck. Alright, so I get to do this, take the Krasis out of play. I get to go ahead and play the Hallowed Fountain out, and the next turn I can Krasis, but I'm probably just dead to this climb. I'm just gonna move along. My keep was bad here. I think not playing Heroic we played something very close to that on Stream Waffle. I think not playing Heroic Reinforcements in your aggro deck's kind of a mistake. So I think I would. We played Jeskai aggro, which was white aggro splashing Dovin and splashing Heroic Reinforcements, and it felt pretty reasonable. So I think I would definitely do that. I think I flower on one here. I could potentially get value out of it if we hit a hero, but I might curve out 2, 3, 4, 5 here if I draw lands and spells, so casting this on one makes a lot of sense. Thoughts on best of 1 and best of 3 existing on the same ladder? Sounds great. There's no good reason why they can't both exist on the same ladder. The thing that makes Magic the great game that it is today, and the reason why it survived 25 years, is people being able to play Magic in lots of different ways. So if some people enjoy playing Magic as best of 1, and some people enjoy playing Magic as best of 3, let people play what they like. Let people like things. It doesn't hurt you, I promise. I think Flower is super worth it, Zags. Flower is a spell that lets us hit our land drops consistently and is a card that just like straight up wins the game in the late game. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast this as a 2/2 flyer since we're on the aggressive here, and like I have a play next turn anyways. Pay to get Marty unmodded? No. Yeah, and it's a multicolored spell. I agree. That's true. It is always a number. Alright, I feel like Marty would be willing to be unmodded for a year if I got like 10 grand. Let's say 10 grand. Let's work with that number. Because I'm not going to tell you there isn't a number, because there's always a number, but it's got to be large, right? Like I like Marty. Marty's great, okay? I'm not getting anything. Don't worry, Marty. You'll get something out of it. Our deck feels real good when we curve out, believe it or
I've
not.
seen things that would break someone.
Oh, yeah. Big flying poopers. So, like, if they have a land, Zagana can kill Vivien Reid, but then they're almost dead on board, right? Unplugged Toaster, thank you very much for the 400 bits. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. To get into the subs Discord, you need to go into the connection section of your Discord account on the desktop app.
Meet my newest friend.
Meet my newest friend. Alright, so I get to do this, and then I get to do this. Exile this, and then I'm gonna Conclave Tribunal, take this one away, and then attack, attack, attack. Yeah, the 5th card problem was fixed in the RNA update. It's been fixed for almost 2 weeks now, I believe. This is fine. It's a... Oh my god, I just clicked mulligan. This is also fine. This is better, in fact, maybe, but definitely we're at the end of the day, chat, okay? Don't you judge me. This is better. This is better. This is better. We upgraded. I'm choosing not to cast Flower on one because there's a land on top of my deck. Thunk. Yeah, Bant Pod got cut for this deck that we're playing right now. I think Krasis is gonna go down in price. I don't know. Krasis cost the same today that it cost me a week ago. 1 mythic wild card. God, I love Arena. Not having to deal with the soul-sucking vampires that are MTG Finance is so wonderful. God bless you, Magic Arena, and your finance freedom. How much does Krasis cost in paper? Someone said it was like $50 a copy. For the cost of 4 Krasis in paper, you can 4x basically the entire set. Rats, land please, untapped land, untapped land. All right, we're dead. On to the next one. Onward, upward, backward, forward, chat. Frilled Mystic, negate, disdainful stroke. Detention's pretty bad, Tribunal's pretty bad, Depose deploys probably pretty bad. I guess this is an instant, which is not bad. Star City has it at 38. There you go, $38. Nah, you don't want to scrap your cards when they rotate. The new non-rotating format's gonna be lit, fam. Lit AF, I am told. I know a person on the inside. It's gonna be fantastic. The kids will say it is lit. Ah, the old basic Plains Frilled Mystic. They'll never see it coming, chat. They'll never... Hello, fellow youth. How do you do? How do you do, youth of today? Maybe I'm supposed to keep the... I'm supposed to keep this to like make a 1/1 draw a card. That's probably playable. It's like, it's instant speed Elvish Visionary with Hero in play. Alright, we're cooking with gas. Yeah, I agree, extras. I like having this card in the board. I think boarding this card in matchups like this is fine, but just like, don't start them main is good. What I actually think, I saw this was a suggestion that I think would be good because it would generate revenue too. I think they should sell a rare land bundle. They should have some kind of 5 or 10 or whatever dollar amount they deem is appropriate package where you like give them that amount of money and you get a playset of rare lands. I don't know what amount of money that is. Like let the people who wear the suits and answer to the shareholders like figure out what the appropriate number is, but like let people give you X amount of dollars and get a playset of the rare lands. I think that would be ideal. I'm pretty happy with where the economy is right now, but I think that would be a good suggestion. And again, I don't know how much it's gonna cost necessarily. Like, it might be 20 or 30 bucks, but just like make a set price. You just like have standard mana base. Yeah, there's lots of things they could do, right? They could bundle wild cards, but just like doing it I feel like they don't want to bundle wild cards for whatever reason, and that's fine because it's basically selling singles, but selling specifically the rare lands, which is what creates the bottleneck for a lot of the new players getting in, would be useful. Alright, here's hoping they don't untap and Kaya's Wrath me. Don't sweep my board. Damn it. Alright, that went about as expected. I think it's correct to save my hero there, because if I don't save my hero there, I literally just have a single point of power in play, and I need to kill them, right? Like, we're the aggro deck in that matchup. The longer the game goes, the more my opponent's deck is favored to win, and they didn't have double white in play, so like they needed Wrath plus the white source. So I think picking that point to make them have it so I can like untap with the counterspell is like reasonable. It seems fine. I might post hero double flower just to like make tokens with these. I think I'm gonna hang out on these so I can potentially make tokens with them. Like I don't have anything to do on 3 right now, so that seems fine. Yeah, I agree. And for people that aren't familiar with typical, like, I just timed out a comment where someone said this deck seems underpowered. I would not expect this deck to do well against any deck that's playing a bunch of Kaya's Wraths. Part of Magic is that different archetypes are better and worse against other different archetypes, and mid-range decks like this tend to struggle against decks that are full of interaction, especially sweepers. And like, you really can't, I have a hard time estimating the power level of a deck after playing it for 90 minutes sometimes. Like, when people come in here and, like, talk about, like, watch half a match and go, this deck seems underpowered, and especially in a matchup that's probably bad, it's like, can we just, like, take 30 seconds and, like, think about what we're watching, really? There isn't, this card's expensive in paper, and it's gonna stay expensive, and this is important. This card, there is no budget replacement for this card in Standard. The budget replacement for Krasis, if you don't want to spend money on Krasises in paper, is play a deck that doesn't play Krasis. These archetypes that are leaning into Krasis are just worse, strictly in every way, without copies of this card. This card is very unique and powerful in the effect that it offers. And that being said, there's plenty of decks in this format that don't play Krasis that are good. You don't have to play Krasis to be competitive in this format. What I'm saying is, you shouldn't just take a deck with Krasis and cut it for budget restrictions. You should instead pick a deck that doesn't want it and play that instead. Yeah, I agree, Nox.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained.
I feel like if you're not playing Krasis, you probably want to be going over the top or getting underneath. And I don't think that's a terrible place to be. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can build the Krasis decks as far as mid-range goes. And there's both control decks and aggro decks that are reasonable in the format. I don't think what Krasis is doing is necessarily unhealthy. It's giving cards a good top end to have. Another part of what makes Krasis so good in a lot of shells in the format is that the Krasis kind of slots in as a natural top end to decks that are playing the Wild Growth Walker package. So, like, fitting this in with the Wild Growth Walker package is fine. Like, it slides naturally into, like, decks that are hitting all their land drops, right? I don't know really what the opponent is doing. It's probably something black-red control-y. So maybe Negates and Disdainful Strokes are good here. What do we think about counterspells? I don't know if I want to go as deep as Frilled Mystic. Deputy of Detention's probably not stellar against a control deck. Oh, I'm running Crushing Canopy by mistake. Let's try this. Let's give this a go. It's possible that they're a Theater of Horrors black-red deck, which means I would want Night of Autumn, potentially. I almost snapped off Keep, because I thought this was a Flower Flourish, but upon second thought, let's play... Wait, did I not sideboard? I thought I cut Conclave Tribunal. Did I not click submit? Did I time out? Or did I not cut this? I thought I cut this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. As we head into hour 8, we get a little hazy. We're like 75% operational. Alright, yikes. Hopefully we see enough of their deck to determine if this is a good card to keep in. This might not be a card worth keeping in. I'm gonna wait until I have a multicolor card to play out after this, because, like, their hand's probably full of things that kill my creatures, so, like, I'd like to, like, play this and get value from it before it dies. I paid for primetime hazy Jeff. It's the Jeff I like the most. God bless. What do you think about a third Vivien in this deck? I probably wouldn't mind one of those in the sideboard. Like, she's really good in the decks that want her, right? And, like, the fact that she kills flyers is so busted. I think I want a third copy. How much value to lose on average? I have no idea. You'd have to look it up. Whenever I'm supposed to go Shalai into hero here. Let's just do that. Just, like, play some of my threats out here. And, like, if they don't use, like, Vraska's Contempt on these, I could, like, pick them back up. Yeah, Vivien's very good in the format in general, so probably a third copy of her in the board is, like, not unreasonable. Her voice lines are also very good. She's so angry, chat. Why is she so angry? Oh, no! That's incredibly rude.
Your crew for my freedom? A fair price.
The Bant deck was good. It wasn't a very good flash deck, but it was a good deck. Really waiting for a Krasis draw, right? So we can get us up here a little bit. I feel like matches like this, I'm actually going to hold on to this forest for now, because if my opponent plays another Angrath, I want to be able to discard the forest to him. Like, matches like this are ones that Krasis just bury. Like, they're sitting here 1-for-1ing us a bunch, and, like, eventually we, like, draw a creature that they have to have a removal spell for that also draws us 3 cards. Enjoy your 2-1. I mean, it's a pretty natural comparison to Young Pyromancer. It's just different, right? They're cards that generate value that have, like, deck building requirements around them in a way. So I don't want to hold too many lands here, because I do want to play Krasis for max value. We do have half of Twin, that's true. Vivien is an angry, vengeful hippie. Accurate. Simic Stifle does work on Krasis' draw. That is correct. Do I still play Modern? Yep, every day. Almost every day. We play Magic. We play one Magic Online League every day. You can find lots of stuff on my YouTube channel and my website. As always, everything I play gets archived. Yikes. That is really good. All right, we drew the other half of the Splinter Twin. Boss MTG with the brand new Prime support. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate that. They're shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. There's a lot of great people you can give those to. Oh, that's the boss. Thank you, Tom. Hope life's treating you well. Thanks for being a part of what's made this format so absurd. You're off of play design now, right? But I assume you worked on this format? So X is gonna be 5, 6, 7. If they hadn't left this back, we might have killed them. Wonder if they have a sweeper. All right, that bodes well for us. The fact they just burned a piece of spot removal on one of our attackers. Okay, so if they block this, they take 15, they go to 5. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Yep. Gosh, they keep drawing things that exile my poor heroes. Yeah, Tom was on part of the was on play design for a while, so I assume he worked on this format. In fact, I know I catch his tweets occasionally. He had tweeted about helping tune Rakdos. Very good Magic player. Yep. Yep. All right, sweet. That means we can pick our heroes back up with the finds, I guess. They've kind of stagnated the board here a little, so they've got 3 blockers. We've got 7 attackers. I wonder if they're going to Lava Coil one of these tokens. It does not seem out of the realm of possibilities. I don't know. Twilight Prophet is the type of card where they can eventually kind of push through here. I believe he's already played in tournaments, Brad. I thought he played the Team Open in Vegas. I'm pretty sure he's played an Open. Okay, yeah, lots of blockers here. All right, so I have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can go find, pick back up my heroes, play one of my heroes' Flourish attack. I hope whoever said Flower Flourish wasn't good earlier is still here for this match, this game. So they have to block a bunch of these, and then they go to 1, and we eat their board. This deck is sweet extras. BT dubs. When you have these 8-hour days, do you take a lunch break or do I snack all day? I just snack all day. The way Twitch works, if you take more than like a 60-second break, you lose a bunch of viewers. So like, I usually don't even take a bathroom break in my 8-hour shifts. Usually I have to hit 10 hours to take a bathroom break. Wow! That's a heck of a sweeper. That's a heck of a sweeper. All right. Woo, doggy! All right, I almost forgot we put a good card in our deck. X is 8. That's a good one. Puppy! Your move, Yugi boy. This is all I got. This is all we have. Oh no! Oh no! Angrath loves him a Krasis, chat. Angrath loves him some squid.
Never seen water.
Oh, and they've got a oh wait! They've got Midnight Reaper, and it gained them 5. What a tilt. The Twilight Prophet gained them 5 on the Angrath, so they can use the Midnight Reaper to draw another card. There have been quite the set of emotional swings during this game, okay? I'm kind of riding the roller coaster here. All right, so I'm gonna go Shalai first, and then I'm gonna go Hero into Emmara. Would have been better to play Hero into Krasis? Nah, I don't think so. I think I'd rather just get the most cards possible out of it. This has been a quality game of Magic for sure. The Twilight Prophet has been very impressive for my opponent. This card has not only been keeping them up on cards to 1-for-1 as a bunch, but it has also put their health total back up to a place where they're not just dead, right? Like, they were at 1 at one point, and this card's gained them like 12 points of health or something this game. It's been very, very good. It's at least 12. It might be more than that. Yeah, it deals damage as well, but we've been at like literal infinite, so I assume we're gonna see 2 goblins get thrown here. Not surprised to see us not untapped with Shalai, but still sad about it. We're hoping to draw a Flower Flourish or another Krasis at this point. Find Finality, also good, since I have Krasis plus a hero in there. I like this. I like them being conservative and killing my hero right away. Yikes. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think we're gonna have to play game 3 here.
No fire, no steel.
Yeah, opponent's got a lot of sweet things going on. The fight with fire as a pseudo sweeper was really good. This card, I've been trying to make Theater of Horrors work in like these mid-range slash control red-black decks, and Reveler might just be the better card, because while this card isn't as good as, say, an Explorer creature, it's very good at like smoothing out your early game draw. Wow. Sack the CGN commander, kill my thing, draw a card, replay it with the Memorial. For upcoming decks, you can find all the decks that we're going to be playing here soon in the deck queue on my website. This is going to be my last deck of today, though. We're going to be playing for another half hour or so before I wrap things up. Yikes. All right. It was very, very impressive comeback for my opponent's deck. Super sweet. Do I want Detention Sphere? Or Deputy of Detention? They have a lot of removal in their deck. I don't think I do. I think I just want an extra counterspell. I think I'm actually pretty happy with how we sideboarded. I don't think this is the same Chain Whirler deck Davis was playing. One, I don't think we saw Chain Whirler out of them, and two, we haven't seen green mana. Yeah, I think Tribunal's fine to keep in because their red-black cards don't interact with it. We've peaked a little bit past 3,000 without front page. We've been breaking 2,000 pretty consistently, which is awesome since the new set released. A lot of hype. What would I recommend? I would definitely recommend getting Guilds of Ravnica. Guilds and RNA are the two sets you want to buy to start because they're not going to rotate for a year and a half instead of 8 months. And they have a high density of these shock lands, which are rare cards that you want to get. This hand just needs too many lands to be good. I think I got a mulligan again. Yikes. That's an unfortunate end to an otherwise really good match. Yeah, and shock lands, like, even once they rotate out of standard and we get a new non-rotating format, the shock lands are definitely gonna be staples there. I'm gonna put extra Vivien in the board. I think I want a third copy of her for the grindy matchups. I'm gonna trim this Frilled Mystic. Probably don't need 8 counter spells. Punish for mulliganing the close 7. Yeah, I gifted out like 2 dozen subs over the weekend because we were really close to getting another emote slot. And the way emote slots work is subs fall off on Twitch every day, so I wanted to like push us up over the top before subs ended up falling off. So that's why we have the wonderful Bezo Bucks emote now. Yeah, that seems fine. I was being cheeky, Rolk. Costs less than $5 per. It costs me $5 per sub to gift, but I basically get a refund on it, right? Like I get $3.50 per sub, so I basically like shipped Twitch like $40 to like get an extra emote slot on the channel, which is like a good rate. That's fine. We'll have the emote slot permanently. Pertinent Tangent, thank you for the 13-month resub. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And Demonic Firefly with the 7-month resubscription. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome back. We actually played the Blue-Red Wizard deck earlier today, boxing. So that one will be up on YouTube tonight. I don't update the queue midstream. Hey, Pulsey Bubbin, thank you very much for the brand new Bezo Bucks. There's a lot of great people you can chip that to every single month. Thanks for supporting my content here. How much do I get from the ads people watch? It's not a lot. It's like a couple $100 or less usually. A few hundred at most. I don't know. It varies. Ad money varies wildly, and it's very minuscule compared to subs. The subscriber money pays the bulk of my bills. It is most of my income from streaming. Ooh, that's a good hit. I didn't have anything to do this turn, and like now I get to go ahead and do this and like tap my Emmara. Wild Growth Walker out of play. Just gonna clean Livin. How much does it cost to become a sponsor? My rotating sponsor ads here start at about $200 a month, depending on what you're looking to advertise. You can drop me a message to Jeff Hoagland at linux.com if you're interested in purchasing a sponsor banner on the stream. Generally speaking, for the ad space that I sell myself for this rotating banner, I like to product test anything that I advertise, so I know I'm only advertising good products. And I also only sell a certain number of ad slots per month up there, so that way I don't overwhelm it, because if I sell too many, they're worth less to everybody. The 4-color hero deck is gas. It's 30 days from when you sub Sanguine. If you're on the desktop computer, you can look at your sub thing at the top and it'll say resets in X days or can use again in X days. Skeptical Chemist, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Who controls the ad space in the bottom right? The bottom right scroller down there, that is part of my Tempo Storm contract. So they manage all of these sponsors down there, and I have no idea how their rates work or anything like that. I just have their scroller up there. Hey, Golden Oreo Mini, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I think I just take this hit, right? Just like no blocks. Do I just Krasis for 2 here? I think I just Krasis for 2 here. Just like cantrip, get a blocker. I have gotten some sweets back from Depose. We're supposed to be getting a jersey at some point. This headset is actually from one of their sponsors. Lucid Sound is someone they just added, which is much better than my old headset. And I have a DX Racer coming in the mail as far as chairs go soon. Yikes, that's a tough one. I didn't take the trade last turn because I didn't really want to trade my Emmara for their 3-2 when I could attack and make another token. Yeah, there's 4 Deputy of Detentions. If you ever have any questions about cards that we're playing in our current deck, you can type !deck in chat, or see the deck list on your screen via the Stream Decker widget. I mean, is Finality even that good here? It's not really, right? I'm gonna go ahead and attack with this. They want to trade here, that's fine. I have another one. Oh, I guess this lets them cash this in to draw a card. I guess that's not very good. Oh, do I have any good lines here? The fine finalities have been kind of medium. I don't... Yeah, is it just fine for Krasis? I think it's just fine for Krasis. And I think if I'm binding for Krasis, I just like play Emmara. Because I can might as well. This like gives them information, but it's like not that big of a deal and I get an untapped 2/2. I feel like the fine finalities could just be like another Vivien and then like another bomb of some sort maybe. Maybe another Angel. Lyra's been pretty good. How much would chat have to collect to sponsor you and put message deleted in the banner? Usually I do, like, the sub-banner that I have that scrolls, about 150. It does still take time for the other sponsors, so it's gotta take one of those slots up. Oh, Lyra. Why are you so sad and just gonna get shot by Vivien? I guess I just Krasis for 5. Makes them down tick. Growth Spiral's not a terrible idea. We'd probably need more blue sources if I want a Growth Spiral to work. I actually need to redo my other sub-banner and get it into the rotation on here. I didn't do a small one for that yet.
I do.
Would Tristani be good in place of Fine? That's a good idea, actually. I like that one. We have a lot of, like, tokens, so she gives an Anthem effect and she triggers the hero. I like Tristani. It's a good suggestion. Was it 200? I don't know, Divik. I think you're right that it's 200. I shouldn't talk about it. If you want numbers, email me. I gotta check. I don't do business midstream. You're right. I think it's 200, Divik. That sounds right. Yeah, there aren't any Tristanis in here at the moment. This does all of them, right? Exile target non-land permanent, all other permanent that place. Whoa! I can Deputy of Detention. And this isn't actually Detention Sphere. It only takes their Krasis, right? Yeah, it does. All right. Well, that's hardly fair. Sign me up. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. Tristani is good against Thief of Sanity. Yeah, I think they're gonna trade here, so that way this doesn't die. Yeah, I can also Lyra this turn, which is great.
Scars are lessons written in skin.
I don't know, like, the opponent's deck doesn't have a sweeper in it other than Finality. So, like, the fact that I've got 2 5/5 flyers in play here is, like, big game.
You can't stop nature.
Yeah, I agree, Extra. So far playing against the other Krasis decks, it feels like we're a little bit ahead. And Tristani's probably another card that pushes us in that direction, which is good. Could have Ritual Assault. Ritual Assault's pretty unlikely. A lot of these Sultai decks don't play that card. Alright, have your 0/0. Teferi's not a terrible idea just in terms of, like, drawing 2 cards a turn. That's probably worth trying. I wonder if they knew that was going to happen. I mean, like, to be fair with the second cast down, they might not have had better plays. They want Krasis back in their graveyard at some point. Like, they're a fine Finality deck.
Every defeat is a new beginning.
I'm gonna hold this for their next Krasis. I'm winning in the air at this point. The Bant Flash deck was fine. It was a good deck, but it was a bad Flash deck. Like, Frilled Mystic wasn't very good in it, but, like, the combination of cards it was playing was good. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's the deck list we played, Pelsin. It wasn't a very good Flash deck, as far as, like, playing instant speed spells go. It was, like, a good deck. The combination of cards it was playing felt good, but, like, as far as, like, playing instant speed threats, it was a little awkward. Because that's so much tap out. I mean, if they have a second Krasis, they might jam it this turn. This deck getting to play so many threats that, like, outsize Finality feels fantastic. It's usually a card that, like, gets you in these mid-range style mirror matches, so the fact that we have a bunch of flyers that are bigger than it feels really good. Can you have a sword? Of course you can, Reborn Hoaglandian. Welcome to the Knights. Well, I know who we're sending to detention. They have a Jade Light Ranger here. It's dangerous to go it alone. Take this with you. Gaming, thank you for re-upping your Bezo bucks here. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. Yeah, I think it's gonna be here. Yeah, Hero, Deputy next turn. Just like take these, take this. Well, for anybody that was hoping this game was going to end sometime soon. Easier to read. RTFC is super easy to read, unless you're using Twitch on day mode for some reason. Let me tell you about Twitch's night mode. It makes everything much better. Yeah, I might want to wait. I think you're right that I want to wait on the second deputy here. I'm gonna go ahead. Am I gonna? Hey, thanks for the Biddy Death Shadows. I don't understand why night mode's not the default for Twitch. It feels like a huge punt. Oh, you know what? I think I'm supposed to flower there, because if I flower this turn, next turn I could Deputy Detention plus Flourish. So, like, if they just, like, tap out for Krasis here, I just, like, end step March, and then I could untap and, like, exile 2 things and then Flourish. How do you put on night mode? Oh, wow, they're finalitying. Okay. All right, sure. Sure. I feel like every time we bring up night mode, there's, oh yeah, on mobile, you shake your phone. On the desktop, it's in the option to the top right. Yeah, if you think my white text emotes look bad on your Twitch, it's because you're using Twitch wrong. They actually look great, you're just using Twitch wrong. Enjoy your lives that are now much, much better, chat. Enjoy your lives that have been made much better. Alright, so end step March, untap, Flourish, hopefully win. I haven't actually done math to see if this is lethal, but it's hopefully lethal-ish. To be fair, it's like, it's really a slight on Twitch that, like, night mode isn't the default mode. Dark mode, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's dark mode. Check dark mode. And, like, the good news is, even if our attack's not going to be lethal, we're going to gain infinite, because these tokens have lifelink. An Explorer dude would be awkward here, I agree. There are emotes I've never seen before. Also, this is a good quality of life for people that use the computer a lot in general. If you use the computer a lot and you've never used a red light filter at night, your life will change, especially if you're someone that uses the computer all day. As someone who's in front of the computer 10 to 12 hours some days sometimes, a red light filter changed my life. It's really important. Blue light, whatever it's called. It makes the screen red, okay? Makes the screen... I'm pretty sure Deputy into Flourish kills them here. But thankfully, it's not my job to figure that out. Was I supposed to maybe get rid of the Krasis? Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I was supposed to get rid of the Krasis. It's only 37. Yeah, I think I was supposed to get rid of the Krasis. Yeah, that was a mistake. Made an oopsie poopsie. Definitely should have gotten rid of their Krasis, because then all their blockers had to, like, eat crow. Although I guess, like, getting rid of... I don't know. We gain a lot of life here. And, like, they could... How many Fine Finalities have they played? That's the question. They're only through 2 Fine Finalities. So if they Finality us again next turn, we're going to be in trouble. If they have removal spell into Explorer creature, they get that right back in the game. Alright, do your stuff. Yeah, as you say, Windows 10 has one built in. On Linux, on Ubuntu, I use a widget called Redshift, I think it's called. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Redshift. Well, they didn't have a removal spell in their hand, apparently. Because they would have killed this first, right? Well, I am super glad we took out the Wild Growth Walkers. So they have 7 blockers. I have 7, 8, 9. They're actually dead to the Flourish at the moment. They're dead to Flourish, right? Because all my attackers are dealing at least 3. This is game 1, yeah. I'm 1 mana short of Fine Finality pick Detention back up, but I think that's fine, right? If they had a removal spell, they would have killed my Deputy. I just flourish and kill them, right? Because they have 7, so they block these, and they take here, like they block these, and they take 9. Yeah, the flourish is just lethal, so there's no reason to mess around. And again, like, removal spell blows us out here, but if they had a removal spell, they would have killed this on their turn and then gained infinite life with the Explorer creatures. Sweet. Sweet. It was 2-turn Splinter Twin, but still ended up being Splinter Twin. Just like march into flourishes. Extra Vivien, yes please. Conclave Tribunal's a little bit vulnerable. Is Depose deploy good enough? This is probably worse than like having a bunch of disdainful strokes, right? That game would have been great on mobile, I agree. Howdy, nerd girl. Settle could be okay. Many moons have passed. Meadow, thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks here for the 10th month in a row. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The nightlight, like, when I turned the nightlight on my computer for the first time, and I was sitting in my computer with you know, at nighttime, I was like, oh my god, I could feel my eyes. Yeah, you literally just feel the strain leaving your eyes from the blue light filter. It is an absurd quality of life difference. Like, I literally went from, like, having to use eye drops a couple days a week because my eyes were feeling strained to, like, just completely fine. Yeah, we haven't played against any aggro. So far, it's just been a lot of mid-range mush. That's definitely the case. Pro tips by Jeff Hoagland. At least you have an article in your back pocket if you ever need it. Thanks for the 3 months, Mage of Dancing Dragons. Welcome back. Bant Pod we had a cut the line donation to push Bant Pod back to tomorrow. So we're wrapping up with this Bant hero deck for the day. This is probably going to be the last match, actually. If we have another game like that last one, this is definitely going to be the last one. We played against some of the Gates deck yesterday, but we've not played against it at all today. We also played the Gates deck ourselves yesterday, and it was really awesome. Liked it a lot when we played it. Felt super powerful. I think I'm just looking for a 2-drop. Or more lands, one of the two. Alright, their start is also slow here, which is ideal. If we don't find anything to do, this is probably going to be an X's 2 Krasis to cantrip on 2. Or a 4, sorry. Has technically a 2-drop. It's true. Hey, MTH. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people on Twitch you can give that to every month. Thanks for shipping it here. What are the best standard decks against control? Definitely mono blue tempo. Pay 2 mana, discard a card. Yeah, so the big thing, Caboose, is you're doing what's pretty typical that people do when they see a deck like once or twice. Like, you're watching what the best angle of attack is in one specific matchup, and then you're, like, writing off every other matchup we could possibly be playing for the sake of, like, making the one matchup you've watched be better. I feel like this video has improved a lot of eyes today. Rebel Lawyer with the brand new Prime support. Thanks for checking in and shipping that my way this month. I appreciate it. Yeah, not having a sweeper feels real bad. I think I'm just playing a 3/3. Midwest Eye Care for a sponsorship. I work for Dell EMC and I'm on my computer laptop all the time in data centers. You saved my eyes by letting me know the blue light filter was part of Windows 10. Yeah, use it in Android. Yep. think we're dead here, right? I don't know we have much catch-up mechanic. I think that's part of, so like when we talk about how to like building decks in an intelligent manner and like tuning and changing things, we always talk about like identify problems with the archetype that you're playing and then like work to make changes to solve those problems. And I definitely feel like our problem with this deck, the way it's built right now, is we lack a catch-up mechanic, right? Like, when we fall behind, we don't have a way to get back in the game. Maybe that means Settler Wreckage is just supposed to be in here. Maybe that's the case. It's a little bit better than Conclave. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm just supposed to have Settle in my deck. We don't have any black mana in our deck. We're playing Finality just for the fine front half. Sure. Always remember, if you have a question about the deck that's being played on the screen, you can always type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. Give you a heads up like what we're playing. That is a card I am very happy to send to detention. Just like cut off their life gain. And if they kill Deputy and get their Wild Growth Walker back, they don't like get enter the battlefield value off of it like they do with the Explore creatures. I would encourage you to read Flower Flourish if you think we should run a swamp. So, the biggest problem with Doom Whisper in this format isn't even that it's outclassed by Krasis, it's that there's so many Vivien Reids and, like, Crushing Canopies and things that murder flying creatures that, like, it's just not fantastic. Like, and then when you mix in the fact that, like, it tends to get outclassed by Krasis in mid-range and control. Like here, I'm gonna play this Lyra, they're gonna untap and play Vivien, I'm just gonna like curl up in my sad little ball and cry. How do I feel about Wilderness Reclamation? To the surprise of few people who have a brain in their head and experience under their belt, the people calling for Wilderness Reclamation to be banned before they played any games or tournaments with it were overreacting. Easy Finality, right? My article goes up on Wednesday, so it'll be up tomorrow morning. That's basically it. Well, and I think part of it too is the fact that ranked is only best of one right now makes those feel a little bit worse. Like, because there are things like Wilderness Reclamation are harder to answer in best of one because a lot of the good answers to it come inside boards. Yeah, the finds have been pretty mediocre overall. There's been a lot of times where I'm just like picking up a single card. Blue light tip worth the price of the sub alone. Thanks, I got you, Dolphin. So this is only a 4/4, which means Lyra lets Shalai attack through this, which is nice. The Gates deck is genuinely good, I'm pretty sure. I would expect to see more Gates, not less. The problem with playing a sweeper effect is like, look at how many creatures there are in my deck right now, and then tell me you want to play a sweeper effect. Nice, McCullough. That's true. Sleep could be cool. The blue-green climb deck that we're playing, there's 2 sleeps in the sideboard that I've really liked. Yeah, I'm going to counter their next Krasis and hopefully just beat them to death very quickly with these Angels. Is it better to spend gems and gold on drafts or buy booster packs? Whichever you enjoy the most. If you enjoy playing limited, you should do that. If you don't enjoy playing limited, just buy packs and play constructed. I'm going to start activating Shalai next turn, so even if I don't draw any more spells from here, my board's going to get bigger every single turn from here on out. You're going to have a real hard time racing what I have going on here. Yeah, Stroke is like really awesome at the moment. Okay, that's interesting. So they're not going for the Krasis. I wonder if this means they have a piece of spot removal for Shalai. If they have like a cast down or assassin's trophy here, we could be in trouble because I'm gonna have a harder time racing. Yeah, I agree. Having a big air force feels good. Although we're kind of getting to the point where I need to find a Krasis of our own so we can keep up with them in terms of card quantity. All right, if they're just doing that, that bodes well for me. Oh, can't beat by cast down. Yeah, you're super right. All right, so is it worth attacking them for 6 to not have this left up on the backswing? This is a 2/4. So if I attack with this, I'm taking 8 on the backswing, but I think that's fine, right? Like I'm gaining 6. I think this is a good exchange for me. Because Deputy keeps back their 3/2s. Yeah, I gain 11. Well, I'm gaining 5 guaranteed, chat. I'm talking about basically the risk to reward of like holding this back versus attacking with it. So like I'm guaranteed gaining this life. This is only gaining me an additional 6 by attacking with it. So I'm trying to evaluate. This is a good thing to talk through. I'm trying to evaluate what I'm trading in terms of racing. So like I'm attacking for 6, gaining 6. They have a memorial to follow here for this Chupacabra, so that's going to happen sometime soon. So, like, I'm getting it. I attacked them for 6, gained 6, but I'm taking 9 on the backswing here, which means I've effectively dealt 6 to take 3 damage. So, I've attacked them for 6 to take 3 back, is basically what's happened here. Yeah, I really need a Krasis of my own here at this point. Really need a Krasis of my own. And they get, and now they get to full swing, right? So I've taken even more. That doesn't do it, right? In fact, I'm probably just supposed to activate Shalai. So this is 11, so this is 15 in the air, which isn't good enough. I think I activate Shalai. If I activate Shalai and hit them for 13, I go up to 18, and then they're hitting me for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on the backswing. So do I hold Lyra back? I think I'm supposed to hit them with both. I'm definitely doing this. Oh, damn it. The auto tapper told them I don't have a counter spell. I should have bluffed that. Well, they don't get to Chupacabra this. Lyra has hexproof. They can't Chupacabra either of these. So, like, if I attack with both of these and they Chupacabra me, they have to Chupacabra this. I think I'm just supposed to hit them. I don't know. It's like a 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. I think we're behind regardless what I do here. Feels bad either way. If they have a second removal spell, I'm just like up a creek without a paddle. No, they had Chupacabra in their hand from Find last turn. They had a Find Finality of their own. So this eats this. I take 10, 11, 13 and go to 5. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see a mini Krasis here since they have 2 of them. Yeah, they could have like Cast Down or Assassin's Trophy here that doesn't need black. They can cast down the Deputy. If I hit like Find or another Shalai, we could be okay. Krasis is also good here. Cast down kills Deputy. It's been a good game. A lot of back and forth. And games like this are like what a lot of experienced Magic players really like to play mid-range decks like these, because you get into the muck of games like this. There's so many small decisions you get to make that go contribute to the back and forth. So there's their next black. So like, what's this last card here? They're just like Krasising for 4 to like draw a couple cards since they have 2 of them and have a blocker. How is killing Deputy lethal? They have 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, they have exactly 18 with the Land War Elves. You're right. Top deck Settle would be good. Yep. I definitely have 2 of those in my deck at the moment. All right, so if I take this, and then I hit them to 4, and then this Krasis can gain them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, can gain them 4 back. If I draw another Deputy, I could kill them the following turn. They have 2 blockers, chat. How do I have lethal? What am I missing? They're at 11. They have this is untapped. This is not an instant. This is a sorcery. Yeah, I think you're right that I'm just supposed to Flourish here and gain the extra. And I don't want to attack with this, because if they block with the Chupacabra, they can get it back with their Memorial, which is bad for me. Never use the word retard as an insult in my chat. You've been given a 10-minute break for doing so. If you come back and do it again, you'll be permanently banned. Please and thank you. Okay, I think we're dead here. Could you imagine if this card flew? This card's like already pretty reasonable. That was a close game. A really close game. Yeah, good game as opponent. That was a good set overall. We kind of got run out of the second game because we didn't have a good way to stabilize the board, but I feel like we did pretty okay here for the fact that we just like didn't have a Krasis. Yeah, they just had like a bunch of Krasis to draw a bunch of cards, and we really didn't. And like our Angels like did their best to like be aggressive in the air, but they just weren't quite good enough. The Angel core is really good, and like Krasis is just like kinda king of the mid range, and like Shalai to protect these creatures seem very reasonable as well. My takeaway on cards that felt kind of medium is both of these cards seemed kind of mediocre. I don't know that I would play more of them. What is the legacy? Is it the legacy something ships legacy? This card might be playable both as a card to trigger hero and just as a card that gets big as we play more. So I might try something like this. If I wanted to do this again, like get another Vivien in here to hit my stuff. And someone recommended Tristani. Doesn't seem completely unreasonable. This card's probably good. Just like get another Conclave Tribunal in here in the main deck for the last one. This is how many multicolored cards? It might even be right to go up a March in here, honestly. This is 21 multicolored cards. Yeah, it might even be right to just like get an extra March instead of this Conclave Tribunal. Because March plus Flourish is just like really good. Yeah, some number of sleep in the board is probably not unreasonable to like pair with the Settle the Wreckages. I don't need a 4th Vivien. Like a couple of sleeps and a couple of settles, like a good mix. That doesn't seem bad. Something like this configuration doesn't seem unreasonable. Yeah, I think so. I think Tristani plus March is just like having a lot of ways to abuse the fact that we like hit a lot of mana consistently is probably where I want to be. At any rate, thanks everyone for watching. That's going to be it for me for today. Remember that if you want to catch up on my videos, be sure to check out my website, jeffhoagland.com. Click video standard. Actually, absolutely everything I've streamed up there. There's like 60 or 70 hours of standard content with the new set at this point. Everything from today, if you missed it, is going to be published on YouTube probably about 2 hours from now, 2.5 at most. So about 7 p.m. Central Standard Cornfield time thereabouts. It should be live. And I will catch all of y'all around tomorrow morning. Remember, I'll be live a little bit before 8 a.m. CST with a Eternal format on Magic Online. And I'll be kicking with Standard on Magic Arena about 9:30 usually. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch all of y'all around real soon, hopefully. For those of you who prefer to stay on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and give someone a host that's streaming Arena. Oh, Jensen's streaming with other people. Sounds awesome.